my sweet Atlantis Scalar peeps. Today's, again, my weekly video for you guys. And I want to make a few announcements. First of all, Eric recommends every 6 months doing the ERPE tune-up, but you need to decide, hey, is everything going great in my life? Do I really need it? I mean, and also you can use pendulum. You can also use a pendulum to find out, do I have any irrevocable contracts? Will this service work? And it really works quite well. All you have to do is say, you could ask Eric, for example, I ask Eric, show me your yes. Oh, first of all, I had got to say the word that represents the protection. It's always clockwise for him. Show me your no, Eric. And that's counterclockwise. And then, you know, what I do, you know, if you want to make sure you're not influencing, you can get your mind off of it and say, keep saying, I wonder what the answer is. I wonder what the answer is. I wonder what the answer is. Focus on that phrase. Or you can actually use something like this that holds pendulum and keep it on a steady surface and see if it moves that way. Sometimes if it's not moving very well, then sometimes you have to say, hey, make it stronger, make it stronger, make it stronger. So anyway, that's that. Also, as you guys know, for St. Patrick's Day, anybody who ordered any service will get has gotten the abundance of luck and opportunity. Anyway, Eric told me to just do it on everyone who we've not been in the she shed to do. So everybody's going to get it until up to orders that were, you know, that ended on midnight, St. Patrick's Day. Okay, now I'm going to read. Share. Oh yeah, and also if you do get like the lotto or whatever or scratch off, share those stories with me. Okay, let me see. I'm going to read some of Eric's book because I really love it. I haven't read it for a long time. Here's the dedication to my sister. She's like a soul sister to me anyway. My eldest daughter, Christina Brawley. I'm so profoundly grateful to you for creating the Channeling Eric blog. If you hadn't, I would not have begun my journey from darkness to light. Eric's death would have been a tragic waste, and he and I would not have had the platform for which to help others the world over. In no small measure, you have saved my life and your brother's too. She was really touched by that. Anyway, the foreword, I'll just read parts of the foreword. Eric Rudy Matthews came quietly into this world at 3 o'clock in the afternoon without so much as a whimper. He gazed around the room as if in awe of this new place where he would live for all too brief a period of time. When our eyes locked, the chemistry was palpable. I knew he would be a bright light in my life. As a child, Eric was so well behaved, often playing with his Legos quietly in his room while his siblings were running roughshod nearby. Even when he was only 18 months old, he demonstrated a tremendous capacity for compassion. I remember the day I brought him home from the pediatrician's office after he had gotten a slew of childhood immunizations. His thighs was littered with Band-Aids and his cheeks were stained with tears. My husband, Rooney, asked him how his day had gone, and with his head resting on my shoulders, he said, I have a good time. He didn't want us to worry about him. In fact, he frequently wanted to console us. Whenever I held and comforted him after he got a boo-boo, he'd pat me on the shoulder as if to comfort me. Eric grew up in a house in a Houston neighborhood with my 4 other children, Rooney and me. So our family was big and boisterous. There was never a dull moment in our energetic and playful household. Eric, third in the pecking order, was the mischief maker among his siblings. He loved playing practical jokes on them and often teased them with a sense of impish delight. His siblings were the only ones who were the target of his pranks, though. He'd often hide behind the kitchen cabinets, then jump out and yell boo when Rooney and I came home from work. Playtime with his siblings was always creative and frequently noisy. One of his favorite games was to chase them throughout the house with his whitey tighties on his head while pelting them with rolled up socks. He also loved playing war outside with his brother and sisters and some of the neighborhood kids, toting airsoft guns around and in full camouflage clothing and face paint. Eric had a beautiful mix of softness and toughness to him. He loved all things beautiful, especially women. He even asked his preschool teacher for her hand in marriage. He also loved anything with wheels, just like his father did. For that reason, Eric looked up to Papa, a stockbroker by trade, and wanted so badly to be a part of his world of fast cars and faster motorcycles. As for the two of us, our relationship was very close. In fact, we could share anything with one another, and Eric had no qualms about discussing what other children would consider inappropriate dialogue with a parent. He even would ask for advice about sex. I cherished that closeness and was amazed at his candidness and trust. Despite his happy start, Eric changed around the time he became 14. He suffered from severe bipolar disorder, an illness that obviously can be terminal. The light within him began to lose its glow as he entered his teens, and life here on earth became extremely difficult for him. I think I'll maybe stop there and take up maybe one more. Ours is an affectionate and caring family. Not a phone call ends or one of us leaves without an I love you, and there's never a shortage of hugs to go around. As with all my kids, nearly every night after our ritual of bedtime songs, poor things, and stories, I would tell Eric how grateful I was to have him in my life. And I recount all the things that I thought were special about him. Eric had his good days, but even medication therapy and the closest of our family failed to coax him from the dark place he tumbled into, where misery became his near constant companion. Because of his mental illness, his moods would frequently plummet to the deepest depths of despair. He'd sleep often in an effort to escape the pall cast over him. When he was awake, he was often sullen and quick to anger. Conflict and drama became a familiar part of our family's life. Anyway, time has passed since that. But anyway, I'm going to read a little bit every once in a while for you guys. It's a great book. It's a page turner. It really helped me heal, except for some of it was very difficult. That is all. Y'all subscribe to this channel, please. And yeah, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And do share. Thank you. Bye.